All right, here we go. We're gonna try another workout on the trampoline, see if I can make a different variation, and I'll put it on my YouTube channel. So, happy stick mobility trampoline. Just start out warming up. It's always good to get warmed up. Take it easy. Don't try to do my pace, do your own pace. Get the shoulders warmed up a little bit, upper back. This feels really like it's working that upper shoulder blade back area. You do it gentle because right here there's a little stretch. So don't go back so far that you feel it pulling. Come back. Your body can retrain if it doesn't feel the pain. How's that sound for a run? Okay, so I took a little break and now I can go back a little bit further. Okay, step it up a little bit now that we're warmed up. I really like doing the upper back neck area. And I haven't done this, so I'm warming up my whole spine, all those muscles to the side of the spine. I'm turning my head so that my neck is getting exercise too. While you're turning your head, look at objects around the room, far and near, and it will help your eyes to focus and get some exercise that it needs. Just take your time so that I can look out my window and see long distance, and I can look at my Christmas tree behind the camera, and I can look up on my shelf and then into my other room and out the window, and I can turn and look at the window behind me. Okay. We're getting the sticks resituated here. We're going to do something a little different today. They're behind me now. So now I'm warming up my deltoids, shoulders, underneath my armpits. There's a little pull, so I'm going to back off until my nervous system lets me have it. Okay, right there. We're just going to do right there because there's a pull beyond that. Now I'll take a break from doing that, but I'm still bouncing, so I'm still exercising. I use Feldenkrais for years now, and it's helped my back to reduce inflammation. I don't go out as often, and the inflammation is a lot less, by quite a lot less. I am going to shift my trampoline a little closer to the camera so that you might be able to hear me better, okay? All right. Pull it out this way a little bit more. All right. Then I will shift camera here. All right. There we go. Now maybe you can hear me a little better. Okay, it was back here like this, and I try to keep them situated so they're kind of at the same angle, same length. All right. Now I took that break. I have a little bit more mobility, and my body is letting me do a little bit more. And I just popped in a little joint there. You can kind of feel when you're doing it if one stick's just a little bit different than the other. Trying to keep them well balanced. The side muscles along the spine over to the rib cage can get very sore when we don't have that mobility of those twists in our body. So I feel this, and little teeny pops are happening. Plus, with the sticks in hand, I have just a little bit of resistance, and that's helping me to tone my muscles. Okay? I'm gonna go down the stairs. All right, so let's do some upper work. If you have frozen shoulder, just stay down here. If you have one that's good and one that's not, you can go do the one that is good up higher. The one that has frozen shoulder, keep it low, okay? And by doing the good side that does not hurt, whatever position doesn't hurt, that's what you want to do. The position that does not hurt is where you want your arms to be. And eventually, if you just keep doing these little movements and the bouncing just adds extra exercise and circulation, and it helps strengthen your core, okay? So if you've got one arm that can go up high, that's fine. If you have one that can't, there's a little bit of weight to this stick, okay? So there is some work for it. And this one, if you have frozen shoulder, you will do your movements small enough to where you don't feel any pulling, and certainly you don't want to feel any pain whatsoever, okay? So you're gonna work your way up every day, or even in the same set if you take your break, okay? Take a break. If you've got a good view, it's always nice to have a view. I look out my windows. I can see out 4 windows, basically, if I do my twisting and turning, which used to be very painful years ago when I was bedridden for a while, okay? So now that you rest, you might be able to bring this arm up a little bit further, okay? You just bounce for about a minute, like this, and move within your range of motion where there's no pain. Now somebody asked me where I learned this. Well, the stick mobility I was doing with PVC pipe before I moved up here to my new home. Had a swimming noodle on it, and I would use it for all kinds of different exercises, and I would put it down my spine and lay on top of it, and it would help pop in my spine. So when I got up here, I think the stick is downstairs somewhere. that stick I made. So I had my walking stick the guys gave me, and an old mop handle. They were only 5-footers, you know, so I could only go this high. All right. So I could only go this high. So if you have frozen shoulder, you're going to stay with little teeny movements. If you're going to do something like this, all right? Little teeny movements. But because I've gotten over mine, and this right shoulder can have a pull once in a while, but it's getting so much better with all the slow moving exercises that I do. And I love the way this has been feeling since I got these sticks, because that upper back, low neck area, where the neck meets the shoulders, does not get enough movement. So I'm looking the opposite way right now, but you can go both. You can look both. And I have some balance issues. That's what got me started with the sticks, is I got my balance under control from adrenal issues I was having. But when I started getting the buggity boo from Woohoo, some of you don't know I use coded messaging, okay? The variant from other people around, I started losing my balance again. So on my trampoline, I needed something. So I used my 2 wooden sticks, which you can use, you can make. These are definitely a long-term investment for me, just like my trampoline. I've been using it for years. So now I'm going to pull with my arms. Now if you're injured, if you have, bring it close, if you have frozen shoulder, and you're going to do, it's kind of almost, you're going to be pulling yourself instead of me bouncing. I'm going to use the sticks and push myself up. And that's working around my elbows and my triceps. I can feel that in the back right near the elbow because I'm pulling up. So don't do too many. Then just relax, loosen it up. Okay. And maybe do it again. Okay. I'm pushing myself up, which means I'm kind of pushing down on the sticks, okay? All right. Then I don't want to do too many because functional fitness is important to me. And because I have adrenal issues, I've got to be very gentle and kind, okay? So frozen shoulder, you know, I can go like this now and it does pretty good. If you have frozen shoulder on the right side, a lot of people it's right side, but sometimes it's left. So what you're going to do is keep your elbow close to your body and use your whole body to help support what you're doing. And this will still increase your flexibility in your shoulder area, okay? Today, I guess we've chosen to work on frozen shoulder. It's a very painful thing, and a lot of older people, especially women, I don't know why, get frozen shoulder later in life. Okay, so going out like this might not be painful if you're lower, okay? So do whatever doesn't hurt. There's no pain right here for me. This is very easy for me to do. And then you take a rest after anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. You take a rest for about 10 seconds, okay? Just take a rest, and then you can go back out and do it again. And what you'll find is the nervous system decides that because you withheld pain from the body, it's going to give you some more stretch without any pull or pain. And so you're going to just be as gentle as you can by doing one side. Okay, if you do your good side first, it's going to help train for your bad side in what you do, according to the Feldenkrais videos that I've watched, all right? So now when you get to that point where you can go up higher, then you go ahead and you do all kinds of these exercises with your hands up higher. This height right here does touch a spot a few inches below my shoulder blades in the spinal area. There is a spot there that is still one of my less flexible spots. And so I can kind of feel it, but it's not painful. And so I might want to take a break. You know, I can keep kind of bouncing because you're still burning calories bouncing. Plus there's something very relaxing and, I don't know, very therapeutic to me about bouncing. Okay? And so now I'm checking out that lower part below my shoulder blades near the spine to see after I rested. And I have a little more mobility now before I feel that pain. So work slowly, very gently on your body. Once you start getting in shape, then you can start doing the faster movements, and then you can start adding. Want to make sure I don't hit my light. Twisties. It's just under my light by a couple inches, so it's okay. And then you can start doing things, adding a little more aerobics. But you don't have to worry about doing this, okay? This is not your goal. This is right now my goal, is to be able to do a little bit more and get a little bit higher. And I have no pain doing it this way. Now we're going to jumping jacks. Keep your chin down. Don't necessarily look up unless you have something to balance you and you have good balance, okay? So you can look up a little bit because it's going to help the neck and the neck health. Okay? So this little bit of exercise is going to do it for me. Now I'm just going to cool off. And I really want to do some work. So I've got the poles held like this. I want to stretch the front of the shoulder. This is where I've had tightness in the right side. And I want to move my neck. Still using the sticks for balance. If you put a little pressure on it, it's going to cause resistance training. Help you get strengthened. Okay, trying to get it balanced out here. My shoulder blades, one side, they're kind of squeezing together by doing this one. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is just a few exercises to bring my heart rate down. To still exercise my neck, my eyes, by looking at things and trying to get a focus on them. My dog in the window, into my kitchen, behind me, out my back window. And to not lose my balance, I'm using my sticks, okay? I can put them out further from my body and do a little bit of the rowing motion while I'm cooling down. Because by doing the upper back, your body's still working harder than if you were just jumping, all right? Stay focused and make sure you keep your balance. I'm rowing the boat. I'm rowing the boat forwards and backwards. And my stick's going down the stairs. So I will change the angle just a little bit here, okay? All right. And then I want a little space in between them. Okay, just a little bit of space. Let's go. This one's not out far enough. Put this one out further. Touch my hips. Okay, here we go. So now I can go back and forth, and I can tell there are some muscles that would like me to work on this. So I'm going to go slow. And I'm just gently rocking my head up and down, gently, because you need mobility. So here I am rowing one side, and here I am rowing another side. And this could be a very good warm-up for frozen shoulder. And then I'm moving my hand so that I can go all the way around. I am moving my hand. And my stick is getting stuck there. Okay. Okay. I'm just letting my hand follow around the ball. That's a little more complex. So that's a good enough workout for me. I've been using my pine, anise, cinnamon, clove, honey infusion, and then with essential oils. And I am starting to add a little copper and zinc. And I am trying to use it because I have a hard time recovering from exercise. All right? So I've cooled off. Now, for someone who has adrenal issues, you can even sit on your trampoline if you're not there yet. You can just sit on your trampoline. Make sure you can get up, have some chairs by you. You move in your neck. So, you know, it's like there's a lot of things you can do on the trampoline that will still help you get circulation in. And sometimes I'll just gently rock when I'm sitting in a chair because of these muscles all the way up from the hip, okay, the hip all the way up here. A lot of people don't use those muscles much. So sometimes I just do this shifting of the hip, rocking back and forth. And it's good because I'm calming myself down. I'm getting the muscles kind of loosened up I may not have worked on, and my neck is still doing its movements. This is fast because I have been doing this for years. And so if you have a bad neck, you go really slow. And even me slowing down helped with the tightness that's there, all right? So the slower you go, the nicer you are to your body. And yeah, it's okay that you have workout hair. Okay, it's okay if you have workout hair. So I hope that this video will help inspire you to try to find ways to take responsibility for your own health and wellness, for your own fitness, your own healthy diet, and those things that give you personal power, okay? Knowledge is power. Applying the knowledge is superpower. So go have a superpower day, and I hope that you guys all have a great day, and may health and wellness be with you throughout your journey, okay? Take care.